The 49ers are going dancing for a third straight season. San Francisco completed the season sweep of the Seahawks on Sunday, and with the Packers' loss on Monday Night Football, the Niners became the first team in the league to clinch a playoff berth. As they turn the page on a gritty win over Seattle, they'll have several injuries to overcome with the division crown on the line in Week 15. We'll break it all down and sit down with rookie safety Ja'Ayir Brown on 49ers Live. We're back with another installment of 49ers Live presented by Webex by Cisco. I'm Lindsey Pallares. The 49ers are in control of their own destiny with 4 games left in the regular season. San Francisco has a 4-game lead in the NFC West, and if they can put together a win over the Cardinals on the road this weekend, they'll lock up the division. The conference standings race is much tighter. The 49ers are the top team in the NFC, but have matching 10-3 records with the Cowboys and Eagles, so every game counts to keep their playoff positioning. Of course, none of this would be possible without a big-time Week 14 win over the Seahawks. Seattle was competitive, but the Niners made enough splash plays to hold them off. Christian McCaffrey ripped off a 72-yard run to set up the first score of the game. Deebo Samuel found the end zone twice, and Brock Purdy threw for a career-high 368 passing yards. On defense, the D-line racked up 4 sacks. Chase Young stopped a 2-point conversion attempt, and rookie Ja'Ayir Brown notched one of the 49ers' 2 picks of the day. Here's how head coach Kyle Shanahan described round 2 with Seattle.
I thought there were some things that were a little sloppy. We're just a little inconsistent throughout the day, but guys made a ton of plays, got enough points. The 2 turnovers the defense caused were huge. It wasn't the perfect football by any means, but our only goal is to get a win, and we found a way to do it.
We talked about injuries from Week 14. A couple of defensive starters, cornerback Tarvarius Ward and defensive lineman Javon Hargrave, exited the game early. Ward with a groin injury and Hargrave with a hamstring injury. Per head coach Kyle Shanahan, both have a chance to play this weekend. Players who missed Sunday's game, Elijah Mitchell, Jarrell Luter Jr., and Spencer Burford, could be back in practice later this week. Joining us in studio is rookie safety Ja'Ayir Brown, who just notched his 2nd career interception against the Seahawks. Ja'Ayir, thanks for joining us.
Wow, thank you for having me, Lindsey.
So the last time you were in studio, you had just taken your first regular season snaps against the Giants. Fast forward to Week 15, you're now starting in place of All-Pro safety Talanoa Hufanga, who suffered that torn ACL, and you've got 3 starts under your belt. What's allowed you to acclimate to this new role so quickly?
Honestly, it got to be the guys around me. Just being in this locker room, and learning the Niners history, and watching all the old tapes and going through the experience that, Coach Shanahan went through, Fred went through, our DB coach went through. These guys have come so close, to winning that Super Bowl that it kind of hurts them when they don't get it. And I didn't grow up a Niners fan, but when I got drafted to this team, I automatically fell in love with this team. And their pain is my pain, their past is my past. And I just want to help these guys, get what they deserve. So that helped me, ease into this role.
You talk about that tight-knit DB room, the defense as a whole. How do you first learn about that 49ers tradition when you walk in the building as a rookie? You do a lot of research on your own of the deep history. I had a chance of meeting Ronnie Lott, speaking with him, hearing his passion for the team, and it helps you, grow, into this athlete, that you've seen Ronnie Lott grow into, that you've seen Fred grow into. And you just try to be your best, for the organization. You came in passionate on your own. I remember after Week 3, you said you wanted the opportunity to make a big play on the ball. You wanted someone to target you. You've since had those opportunities, and you picked off Drew Lock this weekend, and you were right there for that Fred Warner interception as well. Where did that nose for the football come from?
I never knew it was kind of a talent of mine. Until somebody, helped me, see that, I played a little bit of baseball, growing up, playing center field. So, I kind of had a past, a upbringing that kind of helped me, grow that natural instinct for the ball.
So that interception against the Seahawks was number 2 of the season for you. Your first interception came in your first big outing in Week 11 when you came in mid-game. What did having that big play in your first outing do for your confidence?
It boosted it a lot, to go out there, in a tight game and get targeted a lot. I was targeted most of that drive, and to be resilient, and make that play, for the defense, and have Fred, help me up off the ground, and just having that support of the guys and knowing that they had my back, it gave me all the confidence in the world.
Getting back to that brotherhood, Tashawn Gibson Sr. has been a mentor and friend to All-Pro safety Talanoa Hufanga throughout that All-Pro season in 2022. What have you learned from playing alongside him?
A little bit of everything, man. Starting with Gip. I call him Gip. Gip has been a tremendous help. When I first got in here and I seen him play, I was always wondering, how is this guy not one of the most talked about safeties in the league? And because he's a heck of a player, man. The way he sees the game, the way he reacts. I always tell him, I say, you at least got 5 more years left. So I love to give him his flowers while I'm on here. But he's taught me so much, as far as how to see offenses, what they like to do, what kind of route combinations are we getting out of these kind of formations. And that's how me and his relationship's been. Huff's been there, since day one, since I got drafted. Just being a friend on and off the field, being a leader, helping me out with the playbook. If I need anything, I can go to Huff. I can call Huff right now and tell him I need some food. Huff will give me some food, So Huff just been there, as a brother, and I appreciate that from him.
What is the best piece of advice you've gotten from either Gip or Huff throughout this journey?
Take care of your business and have fun, man. Them guys, just they have fun out there. That's the most important thing, man. And they don't get too big on the highs and they don't get too low on the lows. And they just, kind of let the game come to them.
The season moves fast, but when you take a second to look at it, this team is 10-3 at the top of the NFC and riding another 5-game win streak. Where is the excitement level for you to be part of this in your rookie season?
I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this story unfolds. It's been a long rookie season for me, with the combine and, just everything leading up into the season. And the story just keeps getting better, man. It just keeps getting better. And I can't wait to see what's in store for us, man.
And plenty more in store. The 49ers have clinched a playoff berth. Thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate your insight as we close out the regular season.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you to Ja'Ayir for taking the time with us. I also caught up with Cardinals team reporter Dani Surek to preview the upcoming Week 15 matchup. We're joined now by Arizona Cardinals team reporter Dani Surek to help preview the upcoming Week 15 matchup. Dani, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to talk about this matchup.
A lot of exciting things going on the Arizona side. A lot has changed at the quarterback position for your team. Kyler Murray is back after an 11-month recovery process from an ACL tear. What has his return done for the Cardinals in the back half of the season?
Kyler Murray's return has rejuvenated this team. That was before he ever stepped foot on the field for a game. Just by rejoining the team at practice when he came back a couple of weeks ago, added juice to this team. The fact that they were getting their franchise quarterback back with them. Murray brings something to this team that a lot of other quarterbacks aren't able to do, which is he gives them a chance. We've seen that time and time again. We saw it in the Cardinals' most recent game against the Steelers, that Murray keeps them in the game, and his ability to scramble and use his legs even after tearing that ACL is what keeps this team hopes alive. Even if they're down, his ability to throw the deep ball and be accurate in doing so is something that the Cardinals didn't have in backup Josh Dobbs the first time these two teams met back in Week 4, Lindsey.
So as you mentioned, Murray gives this team a chance, and he's gone 2-2 in his 4 starts since coming back. against the Steelers, an interception-free game, and his highest passer rating since his return. What have you seen on the field from him that suggests that QB1 is returning back to form?
Murray has had to make a few adjustments with this coaching staff of understanding this new scheme and also changing up his footwork, but he's been able to do that and improve every single time he has stepped foot onto the field. The footwork is something that Murray has said he's still kind of working through, having a different foot leading when he's receiving the ball. He's also been under center more than he has at any other point in his career. Murray was under center more than 20 times against the Steelers, which is more than combined the previous 3 games. Just those little aspects that are new to Murray's career, being under center, more play action, has allowed him to really open up his game and in terms open up what this offense is able to do. The leadership has also been more noticeable with Murray this year, especially when the team has been down or behind, keeping them in it, not just on the field, but also on the sideline and uplifting his teammates and communicating with his offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing. That's something that's been noticeably different as well this year. Murray has done a nice job adjusting to what this coaching staff has asked of him and also distributing the ball well amongst his receivers.
The Cardinals got a much-needed break after 13 straight weeks of football, and they'll actually be the 4th team that the 49ers are facing directly after a bye. Just from the team's standpoint, health-wise and mentally after such a long grind, what has the time off done for the Cardinals?
Yeah, it's taken a long time for the Cardinals to get their much-needed break, that's for sure. A team that has been dealing with a good amount of injuries this year from a health standpoint, that's huge to have the extra time to recover. Really for rookie wide receiver Michael Wilson, in that first meeting back in week 4, Wilson ended up having 76 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, the first 2 of his career. However, Wilson has missed the previous 3 games because of a shoulder injury. He's back at practice this week, so that extra week off allows players like Wilson to rehab a little bit more, rest a little bit more, and then get back onto the field. I think also mentally just keeping themselves in the season. The Cardinals might not be playing meaningful football in December the way the 49ers are playing meaningful football in December. However, there is still meaning behind what the Cardinals are doing these final 4 games with a new coaching staff and a new front office. All of these players are playing for their jobs. Coaches are coaching for their jobs in the future. And this staff is trying to make sure that they have the right type of players and the right type of people with character that they want moving forward for the long haul with this organization.
Dani, this Week 15 matchup will be a homecoming for the 49ers QB1 Brock Purdy, who is an Arizona native. What have you heard from the fans and people on the ground about the excitement level to see the hometown kid return to Arizona to make his first career start there?
I haven't heard a lot necessarily with this week. However, I have heard just with the match every time that these 2 teams meet and the fact that people are still very proud of Brock Purdy and being that draft pick so late that he was and to now have the start of the career that he has had. People here in the Valley are definitely proud of Brock Purdy and excited to see him back here in Arizona.
Well, thank you so much, Dani, for joining me in this preview, and we'll see you this weekend.
Can't wait.
Thank you so much, Faithful, for joining us for this Week 15 preview as the 49ers prepare for their second-to-last division matchup of the season. Check back at 49ers.com and our YouTube channel for all your updates and content leading up to game day.